Hey guys, my name is Matimio, and welcome to my Battlefield 3 weapon review series. Today's weapon of choice is the L85A2 assault rifle, which is the second assignment unlock for the assault kit in the new Back to Karkand expansion pack. And I must say that this weapon has quickly become one of my favorite guns in the game, and I know that's true for a lot of players out there as well, and hopefully this weapon review will go into more detail as to why that is. So to get some basic statistics out of the way, this weapon does the standard damage of pretty much all assault rifles, so it does 25 damage at close range, or 1 to 10 meters, and then after 10 meters the damage starts to drop off until you reach 50 meters where it does 17 damage a shot. As for its magazine or clip size, this is also very standard. It holds 30 rounds in its clip, or 31 if you have a bolt in the chamber, so nothing strange there. And also something that's very average for this weapon is its reload time, where it takes 2.8 seconds to reload if you have a bolt in the chamber, or 3.4 seconds to reload if you've used all of your ammunition. And like I said, this is very average. There are weapons that are better than this, and there are some that are worse. So it's pretty much in the middle for the assault rifles. Something I find that does define the weapon, though, is its recoil. And I've placed a picture on the video that will hopefully help us out, kind of illustrate its recoil a little bit better. And pretty much the numbers on the graph indicate which direction the weapon has a tendency to recoil. So pretty much the weapon is very consistent all around, but it has a slight tendency to recoil to the left a little bit. And I find this really isn't a big deal. If you slap on the foregrip, it makes it very manageable and pretty much a laser beam. I find that this weapon, if you burst fire it, is extremely consistent, and it makes it one of the best aspects of this rifle. And I know they're going to be making some changes to the foregrip. At least that's what they're trying to do in an upcoming patch. They're trying to make it so that the foregrip isn't the only attachment you use in that slot. So this may change in the future, but as for right now, the foregrip on this weapon makes it absolutely devastating. It just makes it a very accurate weapon. So if you're not using foregrip on it, you should definitely try it out. But one of the largest disadvantages of this weapon would have to be its rounds per minute. It has, I believe, the second slowest RPM in the game, which is 650. The only other slower one would be the G3A3, which is an RPM of 550. So if you come across someone in close quarter engagements and they're using the AEK or the FAMAS, you're not gonna be at an advantage. They're gonna have the advantage, and they're probably gonna take you out. There's been a lot of situations where I will even get I'll start shooting before they do, and they'll still take me out because they have the faster RPM. And that's not really a problem. This weapon is still good in close quarter engagements, but where this weapon excels is at medium to long range combat. So if someone is shooting you with a FAMAS and you're at long range, you are almost guaranteed to take them out, and they're just gonna, try to take pot shots at you. But in the long run, you're gonna be able to take them out quite easily. So if you use this weapon effectively and you try to stay out of close quarter encounters, you're gonna do very well. As for some helpful attachments, like I said, I would go with the foregrip. It just reduces that horizontal recoil a little bit. And as for some scopes, I would go with the ACOG scope or one of the higher optic zoom scopes. It's just going to make you do even better at those long-range engagements. I know I'm using the red dot sight in this video, but that's just more personal preference, and I was trying it out, and I pretty much like the red dot sight at any weapon. You can't really go wrong with it. As for the third slot, the heavy barrel is always a good choice as well, just to make you excel, like I said, in those long-range engagements. So to unlock this bad boy, it takes 100 kills with the assault rifles, 20 kills with the grenade launcher, and 5 wins in squad deathmatch. And to be honest, this final requirement makes it one of the hardest ones to unlock in the game, or one of the hardest assignments to unlock. I personally do not like squad deathmatch, and if you're trying to get this solo, it can be very frustrating, especially if you jump into a match where there's only a couple of people in your squad, and you're trying to verse full squads. It just becomes very frustrating. So my main advice is to just stick with it, stay diligent, and you will eventually get the unlock. You'll get those 5 wins, and you'll be very happy with this weapon when you finally do get it. So overall, this is a fantastic weapon. At long-range engagements, you're absolutely going to dominate the battlefield as long as you burst fire. It does have a low RPM, but as long as you manage it, you're going to do fine, and make sure that you're not getting into a lot of close encounter engagements. It's just a great weapon. It has an average reload time. It has the standard damage of pretty much all the assault rifles. Just the fact that it's so accurate. It just makes it a great weapon to unlock. So if you haven't unlocked it yet, pursue it. I know the squad deathmatch is really frustrating, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and this is a great weapon. But this about wraps up the video, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I would appreciate it if you give this video a rating. And if you would like to see more Battlefield 3 videos from me, I recommend that you subscribe to my channel and also follow me on Twitter. But until next time, guys, have a good one and take it easy.